Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope your day is off to, well, I hope you've had a wonderful day. I have a very, very, very special announcement. Natalie will be joining me in just a moment. We have a very special announcement to share with you today. And hey, guys, if you can hear me, if you can put a 2 in the chat, please, that would be great. We have a really big announcement. I know y'all have been seeing us talk about this, but this is our official announcement, and I'm so excited. So if you are joining us, please tell us where you're joining from, and yeah, we will. Hey everybody! Hey, beautiful!
Hi. Hi.
Oh, you look great.
You look great. You look
Thank
great.
Oh, thank you so much. We look great. So I was just telling everybody that we have a really big announcement because we've been talking about this from for a while, and now is officially the time to like really, really, really talk about it. And before we make the announcement, I do want to just thank you, Natalie, for just always, always, always being such an inspiration for me, always. And thank you for always showing up and holding space for me as a woman,
Mhm.
even as a teenager. I thank you so much, and everyone will understand in a moment why I'm thanking why this makes sense because it's a full circle moment. But I
Mhm.
love you, and I'm so grateful. I'm so excited about what we're doing. But
Thank
thank you.
you.
Like
Thank
I
you.
really thank you. So. So everybody that's here, I see New Jersey in the house. I see Iowa in the house. I see people still joining us, and I just want to say welcome. So we have a big
Mhm.
announcement today. We already announced it the other day, but here we are. This is your program presenters in place. So long story short, when I was 19 years old, I was a part of a program called Integrity Without Compromise that Natalie here with us founded and also led us through this program. So she founded this program and then she brought it to our college. And I was super fortunate to be a part of this program. And I had no idea, y'all, that it was going to change my life the way that it did. And I'm about to be 31 in a couple days, and I'm still like holding on to the fundamental to what I learned in this mentorship. To in this discipleship, what I learned going through these weeks with Natalie as my mentor and as a mother, as an entrepreneur, as an athlete, like what I gained from this program is priceless. And here we are with the big announcement. This same exact program
Mhm.
that Natalie has founded and has shared with us is available. The same exact program is now being launched again. So this program is coming to it's here, South Metro Atlanta, and this program is alive, well in the flesh, and we are actually starting this program for young ladies ages 13 through 16. And Natalie,
Mhm.
this is your baby, and I'm just so grateful to share this space with you. So can you just give us a backstory on
Oh, of
why
course.
Integrity Without Compromise even came to be, and then what can we expect starting? Applications are now open, but what can we
Mhm.
expect with this new group of ladies in the South
Mm.
Metro Atlanta area?
Oh, I'm so ready to just talking about it like is really blowing my mind because of the awesomeness that it already is, but just at how it's going to really bloom in this season. So I'm super excited about that. And I have to say, first of all, I love you as well. And I wanted to mention this because I heard something on a show yesterday. And it made me think about this moment. And I'm a big sports fanatic. So I'll say this and I promise I'll get to the point. But Lamar Jackson was standing next to Derrick Henry. And so if I've got anybody on the line that watches football, but they had a mic on them. And Derrick Henry is one of the baddest running backs right now in the league. And we all know who Lamar Jackson is. He's about to become probably the MVP. But they had one of them mic'd up, and Derrick Henry leaned over. He was like, "Man, you're great." And Lamar didn't hear him at first. And he was like, "What'd you say, bro?" He said, "Man, I said, you're great." He said, "No, we great." And
Mm.
he was so ready. He was like, "I appreciate you telling me that I'm great, but nah, man, we great." So I want to say to you, thank you for just saying hello and loving on me. But We great. I wanted to make sure you knew that we great. And that really stuck with me, that he was like, oh, I can't be great without you. So thank you so much for this opportunity to share. But yes, Integrity Without Compromise, it was birthed in 2009, but it was birthed in my heart in 2001. And so here we are in 2025. As you can see, that has been a long period of time. And so when it was birthed in my heart in 2001 and I saw this, I remember it. It was April 3rd, 2001. I remember exactly where I was. And I was like, what does this mean? I live in Texas, and at that point, I didn't think I would ever leave the state of Texas. But I saw women, I saw
Mhm.
girls, I saw young people, and I saw this sense of coming together. And then once we came together and spent time together, then it was like a disbursement.
Mm.
And as you and I have talked about before, it was almost like secret agents were being sent out to do a will, to do a purpose, to walk out what that thing is in them
Mm.
in whatever area they were going into. So fast forward to 2009. Once again, I remember exactly where I was, and I saw the vision again.
Mm.
Well, in the middle of seeing that particular vision, I was in the midst of other women, and it was like the time is now. And so, even though I was in the midst of other women, there were three women at that time that were highlighted, and we ended up talking about this, and they ended up being the ones to help birth it.
Mm.
And I'm going to say their names. It was at the time Cassandra Cleveland Shannon, Nicole Brown, and Crystal Ivory. So we all came together and started an organization called Divine Connection Established. It was DC Established. And they allowed me to help to bring Integrity Without Compromise to them, to say, can you guys help me get this off the ground? And that's where it started, on the campus of Georgia Southern University. And
Wow.
so we got started then 15 years ago. Nicole actually named it, which was crazy. She gave me all these names, but when she said Integrity Without Compromise, I was like, Nicole, that's it. That is it. And so it took its wings then, and it has went through ebbs and flows, from women to college men to college young ladies, to 13. We've went as young as 12-year-olds that we've walked through this with. And as we did this, it has started to take on different iterations. Our last graduating class was a group of women from the state of North Carolina, from Georgia, and from there were three different states that were represented. And recently, it has been on my heart that the time is now, but it's time to blow it up.
Mm.
And of course, the time is now and it's time to blow it up. And then you begin to transition in some different things. And we started talking about some other things. And here we go, that our mission and our individual purposes have now come to a place to collide.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to be with an activator like you, because, that's your thing, is like, if we're about to do this, we're about to do it. So you and I both knew that the time is for the youth.
Mhm.
And that 13 to 16-year-old age range, my first group of girls that went through the 13 to 16-year-old age range, we're about to hit their 10-year anniversary. And so it's time. And so I'm so excited that we're coming back to the great state of Georgia, because that's where it started. And this is where it's going to really take on wings. So
Yeah.
I'm so excited to say that we're going to be coming your way. I'm thankful for the invite. Thank you for inviting us to come and be with you in the South Metro Atlanta area. Thank you so much for establishing a place that we can come and really be what we need to be in partnership with you, through integrity, and to be a graduate, for you to be an alumni and say, hey, we need other people to have this.
Mhm.
It is my honor to come and stand alongside you as we serve these young girls.
This is truly my honor. And for those that are just joining, we're talking about integrity without compromise. And I'm a proud alumni, like that I
Yes.
am. And some of the key things that always stuck with me is really understanding that we have a purpose in life.
Mm,
And what I was able to experience in this mentorship in 2013 is like why
mm,
my purpose in life and why I'm here. And it truly activated like everything within me that aligned with what I was here for, how I was here to show
Yes.
up, and like integrity,
Yes.
integrity.
Yes.
Because as you say, Natalie, if you anyone that walks in integrity walks securely.
That's it.
And so when we talk about integrity, we're not just talking about integrity in your relationships. We mean integrity in your finances, integrity
Mm-hmm.
in your workspace, integrity across the board. Because when you walk in integrity, you do walk securely. And so, what can we expect? Can you kind of give us like a snippet of what we can expect for this group of young ladies
Yes.
in the South Metro Atlanta for the first 10 weeks? And
Yes.
then, okay. Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, you better talk your talk. Because when you started going through, honey, you are walking through the syllabus the way you are talking right there. And that just makes me feel so good, because that is exactly right. That is what we stand on. Those that walk with integrity walk securely. And the rest of that says, and those that don't walk, or they walk crookedly, they will be found out. So there's a more to that. So our goal is to make sure that we encourage, support, push, and bring service to our young people so that they can walk with integrity and they don't have to deal with some of the things that you and I have dealt with. And so
Right.
so we can help with that. So what they can expect, as you were saying, during those 10 weeks, yes, it is a vision, it is purpose, it is all of these things, but to walk them out in every way and will of life, because our goal is for all of us to be well in mind, body, and soul. We are about being holistic. No one wants to be in a space that, yeah, I finally got my relationship together, but I'm broke as a joke,
Mm.
or I finally got this, or I finally got the top job, but I'm going home to myself every night and I don't have anybody to share it with. Or if it's that mother that has given up her life for her children, and now that she's raised those children, but now I don't know what to do with myself. But if we start at this age, 13 to 16, it's pivotal for them. And man, my heart just breaks, but it's pivotal for them to understand finances now.
Yes.
It's pivotal for them to understand friendship now. Dom, think about if we even look back to us being that age and how having friends was so important. And so we can't look at young people and say, well, you'll get over it or get a new friend. Right now, that is vital for them to have girlfriends or to have friends. But if they don't know how to identify who a good friend is, it can lead them astray. So we're going to look at those things. One of the things I'm more excited about is us incorporating with you and the Activated Youth Foundation is this entrepreneurship piece. There's people on this call right now. If somebody would have taught me about entrepreneurship at 13, honey, me and you wouldn't even be having this conversation. I'm telling you. And so when I think about the fact that they're going to have the opportunity to build their own business throughout integrity without compromise, they're going to have an opportunity for their family to get a scholarship. They're going to have an opportunity. I mean, I can't even give you everything because we need people to sign up, and because it is kind of a secret too,
Uh-huh.
that those that are in, they will know what's happening. But we're going to be together for 10 weeks, back to back in Georgia, in that South Metro Atlanta area. And then we've got some cool stuff that's super big
Yeah.
after they graduate. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. I'm
yeah.
so excited. And so we conclude the 10. So after our 10 weeks together, just building and building and building, we then are going to Egypt, y'all. We're going to take
Mm.
everything that we have learned and everything that we were experiencing during those first 10 weeks, and we're going to go get a hands-on cultural experience in Egypt, understanding how women in Egypt were women of integrity. Women in Egypt were business
Mm,
owners. I mean, all
mm.
around the world, you have very influential women, but we get to study the women of ancient Egyptian history. And so
Wow.
we'll be in Egypt for 2 weeks straight, touring the temples and seeing how they were depicted in history. Because as we know, like, representation is everything. So
It's
once we get to,
everything.
yes, when we get to Egypt and we get to see how these women were treated with respect and royalty, hello, us too, right? Like,
Hello.
you
Hello.
know, and it's a different time and a different era, but at the end of the day, the core of who we are is integrity. The core of who we are is
Hmm.
royalty. The core of who we are wealth builders. Like the core of us, we came here to walk in purpose, on purpose. So we'll
Mm.
spend 2 weeks in Egypt after our 10-week hands-on mentorship. here, and I'm just excited about everything that's going to shift, and I'm really excited about the impact that it's going to have on the families, because
Yes.
we know that when we start with the youth and we start to restore families, and we start to connect families together, there's
Hmm.
power in proximity. So these
Yes.
young ladies are going to be going home speaking what they're learning,
Mm.
and the mama going to be like, oh yeah, baby, tell me more. And then
Right.
grandma might even be like, baby, can I learn more? So it's not even just about
Mm.
our young ladies in this particular group, it's for the families. And like you said,
You
there are so many.
No, you just said something, and I don't want you to leave that. You literally just described a healthy unit. And the reason why I say that is I don't care where you go. If you find a place that the youth are not strong and the elderly are not taken care of, that is a place, a city, a family, a culture that is broken.
Mm,
So when you just described that we're going to start with the youth, the mama's going to want to know what's going on, their grandparents are going to want to know what's going on. That is vital, because the sign of health in our community is when the elderly are taken care of and when our children are good. Because when they are, and you know this as a mother, you know that when your family is good and when your babies are good, you can make things happen.
for
And
sure.
so with that, we're really trying to help serve the young people while we take some pressure off of the mamas. And I know you like, and I say mamas because that's what I hear you say all the time, but to take some of the pressure off of the mamas. And so to be a echo to what that mother is already sowing into that daughter, or what that father is already sowing into that daughter. So when you're saying this, you're speaking something even prophetically of, this is not just for the youth, even though that is exactly who we're focused on, but they're going to be the ones to make the bigger impact on the rest of their family. We know it. We know it. And so even as you're talking through this, and I have to say this, as we begin to look, Dominique, even on the first day of people having the opportunity to send in their applications, and to hear these young people in their video intros say why they want to be a part of Integrity Without Compromise, I'm done. Like, I'm done, because these young people at 13 are getting on a video and talking to us with clarity, with understanding, and wanting a future, wanting something greater than what they're seeing in front of them. And who are we not to get out of the way and open up that path for them? And so I'm thankful for you bringing up those different generations, because these young ladies are going to impact every
Mm.
generation that is living in this time.
Yes, they are. I got
Mm-hmm.
goosebumps. They are.
Mm.
Yes, they are. And they're gonna show up so unapologetically and confidently, and like
Yes.
you're not gonna be able to walk to room, and can't nobody tell them nothing. So it's
Nothing.
bigger. And so that leads me to the big announcement. Y'all, the applications are officially open. The
Yes, yes, yes.
applications for our young ladies are officially open. So
Mm-hmm.
what that is, any young lady that is attracted to this type of an experience like this, or any guardian or parent that
Yeah.
feels like your young daughter or your niece or your grandbaby can truly benefit from a program like this, she can apply.
Mm-hmm.
The applications are open. She can put in an application. And so what happens, the process is the young ladies apply. Once the lady is applied, we will go through an interview process,
Mm-hmm.
just to really feel the young lady out, give her, full overview of what the program consists of, to make sure she will commit to this, because it is
Yes.
we want the ladies to commit, and see it all the way through. And so once
Mm.
they fill out the application, we'll do an interview process, and then our program officially starts on April the 5th. So we'll meet
Ooh.
every Saturday. And so April the 5th, and we'll be headed to Egypt June the 6th
Mm.
June the 9th through the 23rd. So big announcement, y'all. The applications are open. And
Wow.
so it's time. We're ready. And we already know that when, like you said it so perfectly, like when the youth
Mm.
are showing that they are the future. Like if we don't take a stance right now and do something, we're kind of doomed. Like if we don't say, look, because they're the next generation. So
Right.
yeah.
It's so major, because sometimes I disagree with the statement, that says basically that experience is the best teacher. I don't always agree with that, Dominique, because what if I have somebody around me that gives me an advantage and I can learn from their experience? And so that way I don't have to go through it to learn. And to be honest, everybody that goes through it doesn't
Right.
learn. So until you actively really evaluate what that situation was and bring the tools out of it, of why did I even go through that, then really that experience didn't even count for you. So I want to give our girls an advantage. I want to give our girls what I wish I had from 13 to 16. When I think about this, when you think about this, what different decisions would you have made in college? My goodness.
Yeah.
What different decisions would I have made at 25? There would have been a lot of decisions that would have been different if I would have had that undergirding of, yes, my family unit, but then even those out of my community that says, no, honey, we going this way.
Yeah.
And we know what your tools are, and we can help you identify, even at this age, what those things were that if we would have known. So how dare we sit back with all this insight, with all this knowledge, and let's take it deeper, with all this trauma,
Yeah.
with all the nonsense, with all the bad decisions that we've made. How do we walk around with all these tools and then we watch our girls go down the same road
Mm.
that we could have did something? So yes, we know that 10 weeks may seem quick, but it's not, because of the depth, and because we have when I say every intention that after we come back from that trip, you with us now. So you have to win.
Yes.
You're on the team now, so you've got to
Yeah.
win. So it is time. It's not about letting them experience it. It's about making sure that we help to educate and be teachers and trainers and developers to give them an advantage. That everywhere they go, they walk in with the
Yes.
advantage.
Wow. Oh,
Mhm.
an advantage. The advantage.
Yes,
Yes. Wow.
that's it.
So excited. It's on and
It
popping.
is.
On
It
and popping.
is. It is. And look, and look, I'm gonna say this too, because I gotta put these two things out here. So we love everybody, but right now it is the 13 to 16-year-olds. So I know some people have already reached out to us, and please hold tight. But they've been reaching out to us already. Hey, I've got a 10-year-old, I've got an 11-year-old, and so we will have things for that later. But right now, it's 13 to 16. And I'm sure and I hope that everybody understands there's a different conversation that happens with a 10-year-old versus a 16-year-old. So we can't put them in the same space right now. So to those of you that have reached out, we love you. We are coming, or as your girl grows older, she will reach that 13 mark. And then I'll even say to the women, Dom, we've got women that are like, wait a minute, you want my kid? I want to get in the program.
Yes.
I don't blame you, because I want to be in it too. But believe me, we've got something coming for the women later too. But right now, we're asking everybody to help us load this boat
Yeah.
up with 13 to 16-year-olds, so we can see them be blessed and we can see them begin to walk in integrity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, with that being said, if you want to get involved, if anybody wants to get involved, if you're not actively in the program, you can you can volunteer, you can donate, you can
Mm,
sponsor a young lady. And if you email theactivatedyouth@gmail.com, you'll be able to get a little more information on how
yeah.
you can get involved. We do have some sponsorship tiers that support each
Mhm.
young lady coming through our program, and we just appreciate all the support, all the love, and share this, please, and let's
Yes.
definitely fill up. We're accepting 15 young ladies,
Hmm.
so let's go ahead and fill up this class of 2025, so that we can also start filling up the next class for the women and the next class for the 10-year-olds and things of that nature.
Yes.
So yeah, so yeah, if you can just share this video with anyone that you feel can benefit from this program, or even if something that we said on this call just really lit a fire in you and you want someone else to hear it, please share, because sharing, is also a way of supporting us
Yes.
and also showing love. So we thank you in advance for being on this
Mm,
live. We thank you in advance for telling your friend, your aunties, your grandma. We thank you in advance for even
yes.
allowing your young lady to be a part of our program. And God, like, we just thank you for what you're doing, really and
Mm,
truly. So
yes, we are.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Yes, so applications are open. Natalie, we thank you for this
Thank you.
vision that you have brought forth and never wavering in like seeing it through because
Mm,
whew, 2000 here like we're literally 15 years and that takes a lot of courage and a lot of just surrender to like
yeah.
continue even during the times where it's like okay, things, seem a little should I, but no, you never waver ever. And that's one of the
Mm,
things I about you. You teach me resilience.
mm.
And so I'm excited. So
Too.
yeah.
Bless you so much. Thank you for that. And I'm gonna say this last thing. I didn't want to miss because I saw a couple people come on and say, "Hey, that are alumni of Integrity Without
Mm.
Compromise." So that blesses my socks off. I even saw Jasmine. I saw you jump on talking about you got your passport and do we need chaperones? I'm gonna be hollering at you because that's a yes and a yes. I definitely saw Dre jumping on. So guys, thank y'all so much for jumping on and, as Don was saying, sharing it because integrity is yours. It's yours. I was just the one that showed up with the baby and said, "Hey, this is our baby. What we gonna do with her?" And so thank y'all so much for embracing her.
Yes, for sure. We love her and we love you.
Love you
We love
too.
you. So everybody have a wonderful night.
Yes.
The applications are open. You can find the application in any one of you can send us DMs.
Mhm.
Natalie's, her information will be also attached in the description. So you can literally send either one of us messages, or if you want a central location, you can email deactivatedyouth@gmail.
Mhm.
And the application is open. And yeah, so any questions that you have, visit our website. Any questions that you have directly for us, you can send DMs. We try our best to answer DMs. So
Yes.
have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you
Mhm.
for tuning in. Don't forget to share, show your love and support. And we'll see you all on our next live.
All right. All right.
All right.
Good
Good night,
night.
Nat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye bye.